Today we're going to go over the Moultrie Edge Pro, and we're going to go over some of the great features this camera has and also some of the pros and cons. Okay, so that's how the video was going to start. I had the script printed off. I was going to go get some shots of our camera in action, but there's just one problem. Even though our camera's new and we just got it out of the box, it doesn't work. Show you some of the new features it has, which some of the features sound pretty cool. It has zone elimination. If you get tree branches or grasses blowing around in the scene, you can deselect that area and say something from that area you don't want triggering the camera. Then you can just shut that area off and you won't get that area triggering the camera. This camera also has live aim. That feature we did get to work. You can sync it with your cell phone and you can see a live image of what the camera is seeing, so you can get the framing just right on your camera screen. You know, we've had multiple times where I put a camera out, or we've had bears mess with the camera, and I think I got it set back in the right area, but then when I get back out there, I realize the camera was pointed up just a little bit too high, or is a little bit too far to the left, and you can't actually get in the scene what you wanted to get in the scene. And that's very disappointing, especially after your camera's been out for 2 months and then you realize, hey, it's pointed up just a little bit too high and the animals are going underneath it and you're not catching them. So with the live aim, you can sync this with your cell phone and see exactly where it's pointed at and know that it's set up in the right place. I really like that feature. I wish all cameras had that. But what didn't work on the camera was when we were trying to connect it to the cell network. So I have a transcript of me spending 1.5 hours with service trying to get the camera to work. We went through a variety of different things on that, and unfortunately none of them got the camera to work. What did happen was, I think that they downloaded to the camera an updated software package, and when they tried to update the software on here, it changed what the camera was doing. First, when I got it, it would just say connecting, and the connecting light would flash for about 5 minutes, and then it would switch to the red light, not connected. And I've tried 4 or 5 times. I tried restarting the camera, I tried taking the batteries out, turning it off and on with the batteries out, and none of that changed. But when I started to deal with service, what happened was, I think they did establish a connection with the camera, because it looked to me like it was downloading some new software or something, but then it just changed how the camera was functioning. All 4 lights would light up on the inside of here, and they would start flickering, and that was it. That's all I got. Nothing else would work on the camera. I couldn't connect to my cell phone anymore for the live aim, and also I noticed when the service technician that I was on chat with asked me to take the batteries out and turn the camera on for 5 seconds with no batteries in it and then shut it back off. When I pulled the batteries out, the batteries were very, very warm. And then I hooked up my electrical meter to the batteries to see what kind of voltage we had. And the voltage had dropped very significantly. These were new batteries when I put them in. And whatever is malfunctioning with this camera seems to drain the batteries very, very quickly. And we've still never connected to a cell network. I tried it again this morning and we still got nothing. Here are the quick pros and cons for this. I'm going to go ahead and do this even though our camera's not working, but we've had Moultrie cameras in the past, and the Moultrie cameras are easy to set up. They're not that complicated. You can do it very quickly if your camera works. They don't take an SD card, which is both a pro and a con, because you don't have that good a control over your footage if you don't have it saved on your own card. I really like having them on a card. I don't like having to go to an app to download things. Probably the biggest drawback for Moultrie cameras is that they will not work without active subscription plan. With no SD card, you can't store your data without the camera actively being turned on. It does have internal storage, but it will not work without it being activated on a plan. So the plans aren't terribly expensive until you start getting into multiple cameras. You can see on the screen here, we run over 20 cameras. I think we're right around 22 cameras right now. And that is just a ridiculous price for us to run 22 cameras year round. Whereas if we run cameras like the Brownings that don't require a subscription, for our Brownings we can still run those in the non-cellular mode for most of the year. And it doesn't cost us anything. Also, with these being strictly cellular cameras, if you are in an area where you don't have cell service, these cameras will not work. Again, these cameras don't work without a cell plan active on the camera. So if you are in an area that doesn't have cell service, don't buy a Moultrie camera because it will not work. You can't even store the video right on the camera. You have to have an active cell plan for it. I guess to sum it all up, Moultrie has some cool features that we like live aim and AI smart capture, where you can distinguish the different animals. Unfortunately, I can't show you any video clips of that or anything because our camera doesn't work. So take it with a grain of salt. You know, I don't want to badmouth Moultrie because maybe we just got 2 out of our 3 cameras being bad over 2 years. But are we going to buy any more Moultrie cameras? Probably not. So if you guys have any experience with Moultrie cameras, if you guys had any problems or if they work great for you, be sure to put it down in the comments down below. And again, maybe it was just chance. Maybe that we got these 2 out of 3 bad cameras in 2 years, but I'm probably not going to buy any Moultrie cameras again after this. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys got some value out of this.